Maybe you've been calling yourself lazy for far too long. Every unfinished task started to feel like proof that something is wrong. Every delayed reply became another reason to feel guilty. Every dream you postponed began to feel heavier inside your chest. You watched other people move forward and wondered why you couldn't. But what if laziness was never the real problem? What if your mind has simply been carrying too much for too long? We live in a world that calls everything discipline or laziness. If you can't focus, they call you lazy. If you rest too much, they call you lazy. If small things overwhelm you, they call you lazy. But mental exhaustion rarely looks dramatic from the outside. Sometimes it looks like scrolling for hours without even enjoying it. Sometimes it looks like avoiding one simple task for the entire day. Sometimes it looks like losing interest in what used to make you feel alive and feeling guilty the entire time. The hardest part is that other people usually can't see any of it. You still show up, you still answer sometimes, you still do the bare minimum just to keep life moving. But inside, everything feels heavy. Even tiny decisions begin to feel too expensive. Even rest starts to feel like something you have to earn. And because no one sees the weight, you blame yourself for struggling with it. You don't always need more motivation. Sometimes what you call laziness is actually emotional overload. A stressed mind eventually stops reaching forward. It stops trusting effort. It starts choosing survival over ambition. And when your nervous system is tired, simple things feel too costly. Modern life asks you to be productive, attractive, available, and okay at the same time. Your mind absorbs comparison before the day even begins. You don't just wake up and live anymore. You wake up and perform. And after enough performance, the soul starts shutting down. If you were truly lazy, you probably wouldn't feel this guilty. You wouldn't care this much. You wouldn't secretly hate how stuck you feel. You wouldn't keep promising yourself that tomorrow will be different. Real exhaustion sounds like, I want to do it, but I can't start. I know it matters, but I feel nothing. I'm resting, but I still feel tired. That is not laziness. That is depletion. Sometimes exhaustion comes from being someone you are not for too long. Saying yes when you want to say no. Smiling when you are not okay. Staying available when what you really need is space. Trying to be understood by people who never really listen. That kind of self-betrayal drains energy in a way sleep cannot fix. An exhausted brain stops chasing growth. It starts chasing relief instead. So stop building your identity around the word lazy, because the labels you repeat become the prison you live in. When you understand that you are exhausted, your response begins to change. You stop attacking yourself. You start listening to what your mind has been carrying. Healing begins in smaller steps than guilt would ever allow. Maybe you are not falling behind. Maybe you are recovering. So no, you are not lazy. You are tired in ways no one taught you to name. If this felt like you, comment one word: tired.